tell you something my cousin told me, and she was kind of giving pointers and sharing from her experience. She told me, and I will never forget this. She said, there will be times you will be crying and laughing at the same time. And that was such a, people say something, sometimes it sounds so simple, but it's so incredibly profound. And that stuck with me. And she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. There'd be times when, tears are flowing or whatever, and I'll think about something she said, or a quip or a quote or a wisecrack or something, and just, crying, but cracking up laughing. It's grief can be incredibly weird, confusing. Oh yeah, very disorienting. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Those are points that I'll talk about in other. But yeah, be intentional. Be intentional about your time, your space that you make to grieve, your time and your space that you make to do nothing, to relax, to just, grief can be incredibly stressful. Woo! You want to talk about, exhausting. Me and my sister were talking about that one time. It's exhausting. It's tiring. Not like you agitated at your lost loved one because, okay, you've put me in a different space or whatever, but be intentional. Be intentional so that it's not piling up, if you will. You're not silently seething or silently grieving or suppressing. Be intentional. Patience with yourself. Intentional in your grief. Make it time, the place, and the spaces to grieve. And then the O in PIO is outlets. Outlets. Find, I'm about to say creative outlets, but just find outlets that work for you. Now, y'all know I was on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram doing, bad singing before Mama passed. But after she passed, I think I delved even deeper into acting. My music, why am I always ashy? Music, these are my outlets. These are my outlets. And it's not outlets that I started because Mama died, because I'm grieving, but these are things that I enjoy doing anyway, and they bring me joy and peace and fulfillment and release. And so now that I'm in this new space, this new head space and heart space, I need my outlets all the more. Find outlets that work for you. Diversions, distractions, if I can call them that. Healthy distractions. Healthy distractions. Healthy distractions. Let me say that one more time. Healthy distractions. That's not the time to take up a new drinking habit. Girl, I lost my so-and-so. Girl, I got to have me something to drink tonight. Girl, I got to have me, oh, Lord, let me go ahead and give me another drink before you know it. No. The last thing you need to be doing is picking up destructive habits to try to salve your grief. You don't want to be trying to self-medicate with substances, with the habits. You can find you a new man to lay up under. You can find you a new woman to, take up with. I'm not saying we do need people. We do need people. That can be a whole separate video, whatever. But I'm just saying, we're talking about habits, whatever. You're using people for the wrong reason, in the wrong ways, to try to work through your grief. Be careful. You know what? That too should be a whole nother video. We talk about the vulnerability. Yeah. Grief makes you incredibly vulnerable. Let me be careful with that. Grief made me incredibly vulnerable. Had to be crossing T's and dotting I's, because I know I'm weak right now. I'm weak. Some people like to bury themselves in their work, whatever. Now they just working more hours, just always at work, taking on new projects. I'm not an advocate for taking work and taking work in terms of your profession, your professional life to an extreme, just to try to, deal with what in the world. Oh my goodness, why is this shirt? Oh my goodness, I hate when I mess up clothes. I just came out of the dryer. It's a brand new shirt. But I digress. Outlets that work for you. Creative outlets work for me. I'm a thespian. Thespian is simply an actress, an actor, a musician, a songwriter, just writing music. Here's the one that really has been cathartic for me. Second to the music is writing. I write letters to my mama. Oh yes, I do. I still talk to my mama, and I write letters to my mother. And that has been one of the most liberating, cathartic, approaches or tactics that I've been able to successfully, just to help me work through stuff. In moments when I want so bad to reach out to my mama. I want so bad to talk to my mama on the phone. I want so bad to, and so, yeah, those outlets, let those outlets help you deal with what you're feeling and what you're dealing with, your pain, but also allow those outlets to help you connect back to your loved one. I get it, they're not here physically anymore, but that doesn't stop, it shouldn't stop us, in my opinion, from connecting to them spiritually, supernaturally. I still talk to my mom. Y'all, let me tell you a quick story, and I'm gonna let this go. I'll get to some more points in the next video, but a little over a year ago, this is about March of 2020. Hold up. March of 2023, yes. So I'm on an assignment as a guest educator, a substitute teacher, and it's a long-term assignment technically, about 3.5 weeks or whatever. Teacher's going out to have surgery. She specifically called me and wanted me to cover. She liked me and I like her or whatever. I'm like, okay, I'll do it. Anyway, this one testy kid in the classroom, black girl. This girl, she's just testy. I'm constantly having to get on to her, and way after a while. First grade. These kids are first grade. This little girl came and put a note on. I have to look, I kind of went to do something else or whatever. I come back, got a little note on the desk, and it's folded up. I know good and well she left. It said, "You're mean." Not "you're," like contraction. Y-O-U''re. You're. Y-O-U-R. You're mean. Oh, well, I couldn't wait to get to the next break because I was like, oh yeah, me and mama got to have a talk about this one. Y'all, you'll hear me talk about it on other videos, but our mother was a fierce educator. She was a teacher's teacher, and she did not play. Anybody watching me, and you had my mother as a teacher, and that's pretty much everybody in my hometown. She teach everybody, not quite. Mama was a teacher's teacher. You hear me? And when that kid told me, "You're mean," it was a freaking badge of honor. You know how many students call my mama mean? So sure enough, I took the same piece of paper that she wrote "You're mean" on it, and I dropped right down below it or whatever. There's plenty white as on the paper, and as soon as I got a break, I don't know if it was planning period, it was lunch. Did I wait till I got off that afternoon? I don't even think I waited till I got off that afternoon. As soon as I got a break in my day, I started writing my mom's, "Dear Mama, you see this here?" That is how I started the letter off. "Dear Mama, you see this here? This little girl called me mean. She couldn't get away with she couldn't do what she wanted to do. She couldn't take over my classroom, and she said I'm mean. Mama, I remember they used to say you were mean. So you know what? Quite frankly, I see this as a badge of honor. I feel all the way initiated now. I forgot if I find that letter, I will read it to you. But that's been a huge part of my outlets is writing. And even if you're not a writer, now I am a writer. I enjoy writing and editing. But even if you're not, I would strongly encourage you to use writing as a tool. Well, I don't know how to spell it. Well, it doesn't matter. It don't matter one iota. We got way too many programs out here that will go from voice to text. You just talk into the phone. Put the right app on your phone, talk into the phone. Matter of fact, you tell sucker to put a period, it'll put a period there. You don't have to necessarily know. That's the beauty of this day and age. These automatic transcription programs take what you say and spit it out in text. Yes, I would strongly encourage you, if you're looking for an outlet, something that might help you deal with your grief. I invite you, encourage you, implore you to give writing a chance. Just give it a chance. You may not stick with it. You may not, you'd be like, okay, Carol, this don't really work for me. This really don't, of course I'm biased. I'm going to advocate because I'm a writer. Mama was a writer. My mother wrote beautifully. We're still pulling together a lot of what she wrote and working to publish her first book posthumously. And that's really going to hurt because we really had wanted to get it published while she was still here, so she could live to see it and read it and sign it for people. But we're going to get it done. Writing. Find your outlets, though. Find what works for you. I don't want to keep harping on what works for me, but find what works for you. What kind of creative outlet or recreational outlet? If you're like me, you're a lover of nature, maybe it's being out in nature, and you need to take more time we're going to go back to the I and being intentional about planning some time for nature. Prayer walks, meditation walks, those are outlets. Those are ways for you to just kind of have time and space to work through what you're feeling, how you're hurting in the loss of this person that has been a part of your life, and then they just snatched out from under you. I'm getting ahead of myself. That too is going to be a whole nother video. How incredibly violated I felt. Take my mama from me. Wait, no man. She was ours. Like somebody stealing something from you. But that's neither here nor there. Find your outlets. Find your outlets. Nature, being out in nature, and that's another one I would advocate for. Even if you're not a nature person, give it a chance. Give nature a chance. I'm going to advocate for writing. I'm going to advocate for nature. Get out in nature. Touch the earth. I'm one of those people, if I go too long without playing in the dirt, I start feeling it like, you know what? I need to go play in the dirt. I want to go plant something. Just been fortunate to do a lot of that since Mom passed. But yeah, find your outlets. Find out just what refuels you. What makes you feel alive. What makes you find an outlet that help reconnect, something that reconnects you or helps to connect you to your lost loved one. Yeah. Patience with yourself, patience with your compadres, your grief compadres, your partners in grief, your family members, the other loved ones of your loved one. Patience with yourself. Be intentional in your grieving. Make time for it. Make space for it. Know when you need help. Get it. I'm preaching to myself now, because I reached out to a few grief support groups and just never ended up going, and I should have. Oh boy. Ooh. Patience, being intentional, and outlets. Finding outlets that work for you. I'm a lot better than obviously this time 2 years ago, but I'm going to sign off here and take some time to write a little quick letter to Mom and just talk about my feelings and talk about, thank you for watching. And if you're grieving, I'd love to sit here and tell you I promise it gets better, but I promised myself when I started this series, when I started talking, that I'm not going to try to define, articulate, predict, navigate your experience for you, because I can't do that, and nobody can. Your experience is going to be personal. It's going to be very just individual to you. But I guess I could go out on a limb and say most likely it's going to get better, and you get better and you get stronger as time goes on. If people like time heals all wounds, that depends on what you're doing in that span of time. Don't heal them by itself. You kind of got to be doing the things that are conducive to, or that lead to, or that help to foster healing or whatever. So that's where the P, the I, and the O come in. Patience, being intentional, finding outlets. Drop in the comments, tell me, talk to me, has this helped you any? What would you like for me to talk about? If you have any questions about grief, anything that's particularly challenging for you as you walk through grief, if you're somebody who's grieving, any other pointers you'd like to make, any other particular video or subject about grief that you'd like to see covered, feel free. Please drop in the comments. Please take time to like and subscribe so that I can continue to grow this channel. I would greatly appreciate your support. And I have enjoyed this. I haven't really enjoyed this. It's really helped me. So I'm going to step back now and take some time to write before I go to sleep tonight. Be kind to yourself. Patience. Be intentional. Find those outlets. I'm not going to say happy grieving, because grief is not exactly a happy thing. I'm going to say here's to healthy grieving for you. How's that? Yeah. Here's to healthy grieving for you. All right, so signing off here on June 28th, 2024. Carol, aka Cielle. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Peace. After rewatching this footage, I felt it was essential that I share with you that there were, and still are, days and moments where I experienced great difficulty, or sometimes no desire, for seeing photos or videos of my mother. The pain is often too great, and the photographic memories of her often intensify my longing for her on a level that I may not want to deal with in a particular moment. Not to mention, there's often the profound frustration of seeing her in pictures, but never again being able to truly see her. Research tells us that it is perfectly normal to find it difficult or have no desire to look at the pictures of our lost loved one. Our grief is unique, and it is important we each live our own truth, not anyone else's.